So in my opinion, the O3 Air unit is almost... Wait. Is the O3 Air unit really worth it compared to something like the Vista or the Runcam Link or the original Air unit? And especially if you got the Goggles 2 or the Goggles V2, should you actually upgrade to the O3 Air unit? Well, first of all, it depends on you. Do you want to get a better image quality, or are you okay with what you have now? If you're okay, don't upgrade. But on the other hand, the image quality coming out of the O3 is superb. Right now, the image quality you're watching is the O3 Air unit from the Goggles DVR, and I gotta say, that is amazing. And even so, the footage out of the Air unit itself, stored on board, is even more amazing. And I think it is really getting close to be on par with some of the cheaper action cameras. No, it does not compare with a Hero 11 Black. Now, another thing you might make you consider not getting an O3 is because if you are running a action camera as well, well, then everything changes a bit, because now we don't only get the image quality from the GoPro, but now you have to have a bit more latency with the O3. While it is a better image quality, yes, you can put it down to 2.7K 120 FPS and it will, well, be almost flying a Vista, but with better image quality because you can go into 4:3 mode. It's quite a bit more expensive. Now, I only have 4 drones in my fleet, and I gotta say, I only have one O3. I'm not really planning to upgrade, mostly because the others are fine for what I need them for, and for the recording I am using a GoPro. Well, if a Vista of mine breaks, I might get an O3 instead of getting a replacement Vista. That being said, I think there are some scenarios that is actually quite amazing. I use an O3 in this small drone, and my reason for picking this one to put it in is that I didn't want an extra action camera on top of this. That makes it quite a bit lighter, and with the latest update, the 10-bit color in DCine, I'm actually quite amazed about the quality that comes out of that little camera. While there are some who complain about the 25 or 30 FPS modes, I think it's terrible to fly in, and there's a lot of latency. But when that's being said, the footage is just amazing. It looks so good, it's terrible to fly with. I'm not sure they could do anything about it, but I wish they could. I don't want to fly with that high latency, to be honest, but sometimes I think it could be useful if you are flying very slow, indoors, cinematic, and you know you're not gonna crash into anything, and you know you don't have to course correct a whole lot. Then it might be useful. I'm not entirely sure. While the other modes are incredible. I mean, seriously, they are so good. I love flying in 4K. Even though the Goggles 2 only display 1080p, it's just an amazing image. And the OLED screens inside the Goggles 2 just does an amazing job. I haven't done a whole lot of testing all the different modes and different things. I mainly fly in 4K and either 50 or 100 FPS because I'm in Europe, so I use the anti-flicker at 50 Hz, and all my other cameras, like the one I'm using here, that is the Sony a7 III, meaning I will have the 25, 50, 100 frames per second. I still think it is decent enough, and I think it's actually really good when you look at something that is this small. This is a 2-inch Cinewhoop that I use for indoor flying. Maybe you should buy the Goggles 2, and if you are considering that, I think that you should watch this video right here and take a look at the Goggles 2. Are they actually worth it? Or else, if you're not gonna watch that, I think you should just get out there and get flying.